Hi and welcome. I'm Tasha Parker, Global Redken Artist, and you can find me on Instagram at Tasha Parker Hair. Today I'm going to be sharing with you everything that Redken has to offer with our hair color and why you should choose one over the other in the salon. At Redken, our hair color expertise, uniquely professional, pH-balanced, zone-based approach to color means each area receives hair color differently depending on the hair's condition. We care about the integrity of the hair in even the most sensitized areas. The combination of alkaline and acidic coloring formula allows for optimizing hair color results while reducing the stress on the hair. Today I want to share with you one of my favorite color lines that I love using behind the chair, which is Redken's Color Fusion. Why I love it is because it has a huge variety within the line because it features over 100 shades. The finish that you're going to get with Color Fusion is very multi-dimensional. So what this does for my guests behind the chair is it offers a really soft grow out. So it's really great for those clients that are just starting to want that permanent color, or they're wanting to begin their gray coverage journey. With Color Fusion, you can lighten, darken, and cover gray. And with Color Fusion and its technology, you're going to get high tenacity dye molecules, cationic conditioners, ceramides, and coconut oil, which is going to leave the hair feeling shiny, smooth, and healthy looking. So with the boxes, you're gonna notice that they feature different colors. Each color represents a different family within Color Fusion. We have natural, natural fashion, fashion, cool fashion, high fusion, and cover fusion. My biggest tip with Color Fusion is you want to make sure you're using your level finder, and you can do this by using the N series in your swatch book. With Color Fusion, we use an American level system, which means we have more increments of lighter brown. So really important if you're bringing your guests from another color line that you really make sure you double check each level system so that you can coordinate and adjust your formula as needed with Color Fusion. With our natural families, what you're gonna find is you're gonna get a very natural end result, and you're gonna use our N or our GB series when you're looking to cover gray. With our natural fashion, you're gonna find you're gonna get a little bit more vibrant results while still maintaining a natural end result. With our fashion colors, you're gonna get a pure, true to tone, vibrant result, which contains no background. With our high fusion family, you can use these as an amplifier into your current formula, or you can use the red family found in the high fusion as a highlight and deposit as a standalone color. You're gonna wanna use Cover Fusion on all those guests that have 50% or more gray coverage. Because of the extra brown found in the Cover Fusion families, you're gonna get exceptional gray coverage, and it also contains low ammonia and argan oil, so you're gonna get an even smoother end result on those resistant grays. When mixing Color Fusion, you're gonna wanna mix it 1-to-1 with our Redken peroxide developers. Now, what I love about the consistency of Color Fusion is it's a liquid cream. So you're gonna notice that you're gonna use a lot less product than the traditional cream colors. And you're gonna process it for 35 to 45 minutes, depending on the end result that you're looking for. So some of my favorite things that I love about Color Fusion behind the chair working in the salon is that it is such a simple color line that you can pull a color right off the shelf and use that formula alone. But what's great, because of the vast variety of shades that we have, you can really get creative by mixing different shades together. So with Cover Fusion though, what I also love is that there's no guesswork. You basically pull the box out and you don't have to mix it with any other color. The formula is already created for you. A couple of my favorite ways to use Color Fusion in the salon is I love it for the reds and coppers. The reds and coppers that you're gonna get with Color Fusion, because of the multi-dimensional reflect, they're gonna be really, really vibrant. But if you wanna soften it, you can simply use our natural fashion colors, or perhaps mix a few together to create your own red or copper in the salon. So here's an example of a red and copper that I love working with in the salon. You can see the beautiful, shiny, multi-dimensional finish and the vibrancy that you're gonna get with color fusion every single time. Let's talk about Color Gels Lacquers. Color Gels Lacquers offers the shine of a gloss, but the saturation and coverage of a lacquer. With our Color Gels Lacquers, it features low ammonia. What this means for you in the salon is it's going to have no odor, and it's going to provide more comfort for you and your guests behind the chair. With our Color Gels Lacquers, it's also going to offer a one-to-one match with our beloved Shades EQ. So it truly is a liquid love story. With our Color Gels Lacquers, it offers a select dye system and a universal developer. So there's no need to go and purchase another developer for your back bar in the salon. With Shades EQ, you're gonna get exceptional gray coverage. So imagine like a modern day gray coverage on your guests in the salon. And the cool thing is with our Color Gels Lacquers, is you're gonna have multiple options for mixing for gray coverage depending on if you're looking for a cool result or if you're looking for a warm result. You're gonna notice with our Color Gels Lacquers that each family is represented by a different color on the bottle. So for our natural series, you're gonna see that the label has a lighter brown color. With our natural family, you're gonna use these anytime you're looking for more of a natural finish. Then with our warm natural family, the label's a little bit darker than our natural series, and you're gonna choose this when you're looking for more of a warmer reflect. Then our cool family is gonna be featured in a blue label. So anytime you're looking to diminish warmth, you're gonna make sure you wanna grab a bottle with a blue label. Then anytime you're looking for something a little bit more brighter and vibrant, you're gonna grab something that has more of a orange label from our fashion family. Every single one of our shades can be intermixable with each other in the Color Gels Lacquers family. Now, the great thing about Color Gels Lacquers is you can have your client processed in as little as 20 minutes. So when it comes to mixing and processing Color Gels Lacquers, you're gonna mix one-to-one with our Pro Oxide developer. So when you're using 10 volume, you're going to process for 20 minutes. When you're mixing with 20 volume, you're going to process for 30 minutes. Unless you're looking for great coverage, then you're going to process for 35 minutes. Then if you're mixing it with 30 volume, you're gonna process for 40 minutes, and then 40 volume, 45 minutes. When working with a liquid color, you have the ability to use a bowl and brush, or if you want a faster application, you can also use a bottle for a 50% faster application time compared to a cream. If you're looking for shine, faster application, and easier formulation, then Color Gels Lacquers is the permanent color for you. Color Gels 10 Minutes features fast kinetic dyes and smart pause technology, which means it's gonna help you to prevent any over-processing. But it's still really important that you apply your Color Gels 10 Minute in a fast manner, which means that's why your bottle will come in handy. So using the bottle is gonna help give you that fast performance and get your client in and out of the salon. Now, the great thing is Color Gels 10 Minute is it offers opportunities that we may not have gotten otherwise. So think about that client that maybe wants their grays covered in between their blonding visits. Well, now they can come in for a short visit in between blonding services. And then also think about that guest that maybe just booked for a haircut, but they're looking forward to maybe getting their grays covered, and now you can do it within their haircut appointment by using Color Gels 10 Minute. Now let's talk about Color Gels Oils. If you're looking for our latest innovation in permanent hair color, then you're gonna wanna run to Color Gels Oils. With Color Gels Oils, you're gonna get 100% gray coverage in every single shade and in only 30 minutes. And not only are you gonna cover them, but you're gonna rejuvenate those grays. With Color Gels Oils, you're going to get a one-to-one match with our Shades EQ. With our Color Gels Oils, you're gonna notice that our finish is very deep, it's very saturated. So the shine and the conditioning you're gonna get is gonna be really beautiful on every single guest, but especially think about those guests that have that like thick, coarse, unruly hair. The shine and finish you're gonna get from Color Gels Oils is going to be perfect for that kind of guest. With Color Gels Oils, it is completely ammonia-free. So you're not gonna get the odor, and it's gonna provide more comfort for you and your guests behind the chair. The other great thing about Color Gels oils is that it is silicone-free, fragrance-free, and PPD-free. And then the other cool thing is even though it's a liquid color, it features hair adhesion, so no drip, which means no color on those white shoes in the salon. When using Color Gels oils, I recommend anytime that you're applying it to a client that has 50% or more gray to stick to your true to tone for your formula. If they have 50% or less, I recommend going up half to 1 level lighter because of the saturated results. You want to make sure, because it's not on gray hair, that you're not going to get too dark of a result. One of my favorite formulas when using Color Gels oils in the salon is using it on my blondes that want a cool finish at a level 7 or 8. I love the NAs because I really truly feel that I get 100% gray coverage and a true cool end result. There's absolutely no warmth, so it's perfect for those blondes that want to stay more on the cooler side. I love using Color Gels oils when I'm working with brunettes that want that rich, beautiful, chocolatey, velvety end result. And then on my mannequin here, we used 4-NCH, and then we paired it with a balayage service, and then of course, finished it with our lovely Shades EQ. Now let's talk about one of my personal favorites, Shades EQ. Shades EQ is the #1 demi-permanent hair color in the world, and in my opinion, it should be used on every single guest that gets color in the salon. Shades EQ is so conditioning. So within the technology, you're gonna get no lift, no ammonia, which means 0 damage. So it's super, super conditioning. The other thing that's great about Shades EQ is that it has a wide palette. So there's over 121 shades, which means as a colorist, that's where we get to be super creative because we have such a wide variety of options to choose from. With Shades EQ, you can use it to glaze, you can use it to tone, you can use it to refresh, correct, and blend gray. With Shades EQ, we have 2 processing solutions as an option. We have our regular processing solution, and then we have our processing solution for precision application. When I choose to use our precision application is when I'm doing more of a technique work, like shadow rooting, low lighting, doing more of a color melt, because it's gonna give it a little bit of a thicker consistency. My other favorite thing about Shades EQ is we have the lovely Crystal Clear. With Crystal Clear, this is also going to open up a whole other door of opportunity because you can use it as a standalone to offer a beautiful shiny coat to the hair, or you can mix it with other shades to provide, again, more opportunities. And I love using it in the salon for ultimate blending when it comes to color melting or blending with my blondes. The other thing you can do with Crystal Clear is instead of reducing your processing time when working with porous hair, simply add Crystal Clear to your formula to prevent it from overtoning or over darkening. So with Shades EQ, it features an acidic pH. So like we said earlier, there's 0 damage. Now we have the opportunity to have Shades EQ with bonder inside, which also features an acidic pH, but now we have a bonder. So it's gonna help strengthen the hair within one use. So it's great for those guests that have that really sensitized, distressed hair and bring it back to life. My tip when it comes to using Shades EQ is whenever you're using shades to tone the hair and you're looking for a cooler result, you're gonna wanna make sure you grab a family that has a black to gray background to give you the coolest result possible. If you wanna maintain light reflection, what I would recommend is grabbing a family that has a brown to tan background, so something that has maybe a little bit more warmth, like gold, and add that to your formula just to prevent it from going too dark. So you'll still get the neutralization, you'll still get the cool end result, but the warmer family is gonna help provide you with shine and a little bit of light reflection. Now, when it comes to Shades EQ, we all know that we recommend 20-minute processing time for true end results. Now, do I know that in the salon this isn't always real? Yes, so here's what I recommend. If you're going to be applying Shades EQ on damp hair, I recommend using anywhere from 2 to 5 towels to make sure that you get as much water out of that hair as possible. Because what water is gonna do is gonna dilute your formula and you're not gonna get the true end result that you're looking for. However, The times that I highly recommend that you 100% dry the hair and leave it for the full 20 minutes is anytime you're looking for a gray or silver, a red or a copper. Those are the 3 scenarios that you absolutely must dry the hair, because anytime you're looking for longevity with a gray and silver, you're gonna want to put it on dry hair for 20 minutes. And then anytime you're putting Shades EQ on for a red or copper, you don't want to have any water in that hair, because that's going to dilute that red and it's going to dilute that copper. And that's not what we're looking for when you're looking for those shades. With Shades EQ, we have a great opportunity by offering our guests gray blending. So anytime you're looking to blend gray with Shades EQ, you're gonna wanna make sure that you add NB into your formula. So whatever the percentage of gray is, you're gonna take that and put that percentage of NB into your formula. This is great for those guests that maybe are just starting to see a few wisdom highlights, a few grays, a few vanillas. So it's a great opportunity to open that door and give them a stepping stone to getting their grays blended, and then perhaps later on getting them covered with one of our permanent hair color lines. So think about those blonding guests that you're doing a balayage or a highlight on, and they also need their grays blended. So with your balayage guests, what's great is you can do a shadow root, a zone 1 application with your Shades EQ by adding NB, and do your toner at the same time so they get their grays blended and their hair toned. Or think about those guests that get highlights, but they're also looking for their grays blended, or maybe they're even looking for a little bit more depth. You can go in between your highlights and apply your Shades EQ in between the foils so that they process together at the same time. So whether you're looking for a warm, neutral, or cool result, Shades EQ has endless opportunities. So on my blonde here, you're gonna see that we use 010 WG as their end result for their toner. Did you hear that? I said 010 WG. I didn't mix it with 5 different bottles. The cool thing about Shades EQ is we have so many options that you can simply grab one bottle and get a beautiful end result. Now, if you want to get creative and play around and mix a couple of shades together, then that's a great opportunity too, depending on the end result you're looking for. Now, what you'll also notice is on my guest here is we did a root tap, where all I wanted to do is soften the foil lines at the root area. So for my root tap formula, we use 08N for the zone 1 application. Now, if you're looking for more of a shadow root formula where you're looking to go a little bit deeper and stretch that out a little bit, I recommend that you formulate at the same level as their natural hair color. So if their natural is sitting at a level 5, I recommend doing a level 5 shadow root formula so that it matches up with their base color. At Redken, you'll see that we have an option that is suitable to every single guest that we see in the salon. With Shades EQ, you're gonna get a sheer multi-dimensional finish where the reflect has multiple tones. With Color Gels Lacquers and Color Fusion, the finish is very multi-dimensional, with the reflect having a dominant tone with accents. With our Color Gels 10 Minute and Color Gels Oils, you're going to get more of a monochromatic finish where the reflect has more of a one dominant tone.